Well, greetings there, everyone. Sorry that it's been a while since I've had this playthrough going. Been trying to get some things done, and I've also discovered a rather large issue with this area. And we'll probably show you pretty easily in a short bit here. There is a significant population of wolves here, and for whatever reason, those wolves have decided that they're going to multiply in vast numbers, and it's just been constant pains in the butts with me trying to deal with them. And for some reason, they keep coming back, and they come back in just just droves. So I've been struggling a bit just trying to get things going here, and I've been trying to also work on some of those other videos that I want to make sure I have done in time. So it's been a pinch of time, but I didn't want to ignore this particular playthrough, and I figure here we'll do some more talking about where things are at. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and I've definitely been, it's been a little time, so I haven't actually had a chance to reflect on where things need to go and get some of these things done. As I did a little planning, I did a little prep on my farming video, which, as a preface to that, it led me to learning a couple things. When you have really uneven terrain, such as here, unfortunately, that tends to turn into a real problem for making your fields and making the fields make sense. So I wanted to make that kind of a cool thing here, but it's not actually been working out as best as I thought. What we'll do here is I want to make sure that the beverage area is set. And in this one, I know there's a couple key things that people had mentioned in some other videos where they asked about how management works and what to do about those kind of things. So I do want to take some time and actually diagnose that to some degree, since the management part of the game can be a bit of a pain in the rear, and it is really not fully implemented yet, but I do think it is worth just going through some of those ideas and what you have to do, and then I'll just continue through in my playthrough and show you what I figured out about the pickaxes, since the biggest problem I have right now is I'm not able to make any of these steel pickaxes. But it turns out that once the season changed, more schematics were available to me, and I was able to actually purchase a pickaxe. But I of course did that on a different playthrough where I was doing work with one of the other how-to videos. And of course, the how-to stuff I'll keep on working at as I practice my skills as a new YouTuber and try to improve what I'm doing. And I thank you all for being a part of this journey, and I'm really grateful for you being here. So let's finish up some of this stuff here. Oh yeah, I put all my stones away. Oh, the stones have been put away. I also need a ton of straw. That would be 30 straw and 6 stones and a log. Alright, let's do this. Do I have anybody just chilling? That is a question. Now, by the way, just so we're clear, there is no benefit to having your people be happy or unhappy. And you'll notice here it's got a, well, this won't matter. It says that they're not going to gain or lose happiness, and the reason is because I have them all on the yellow side of things, and their needs are being met except for one. I'm not getting maintenance to... Oh, no, no, no. Maintenance is working. It's just that I have loss and no jobs giving me anything for it. Wrong season? Are you kidding me? Here you go. You're gonna tell me that's the wrong season too? You're killing me, yo. So do I just not have any bags that will work for this particular thing? Let's have you work on this then. Oh, there's already a person there. Why wouldn't there be? Okay, let's get this person in here. Oh, of course. Let's get this guy out of here. Can't be having you there. Oh yeah, I need that tool. I'm also gonna need fur and water. Ah. Well, that being the case, can we... Yeah, let's do this then. Let's see what we can do about this. I need you to be doing stuff. Let's go. Let's get lots of fur. Need meat for that? I don't really need them to get meat. Oh, that's terrible. I'll go for feathers then. At some point I'm going to want to make arrows, right? You know what? Honestly, I have more workers than I have anything that I can care about, so I'm not going to Not going to stress that so much. Now, on the right hand side, just so we're talking about the things that are on people's minds and also thinking about these things, the I have workers producing and we have consumption. So you're going to get this feed out when you're under jobs, which I find to be the most convenient place to navigate almost anything here. It'll tell you what you're producing and what loss you'll have. I've done some messing around with the data, and it looks like I have kind of a good prediction on how much more need they have per increase in villager. I want to make sure I'm concrete on my data before I share it out, and also I want to make a video that talks it through. It says that I have nothing being produced, but I do have consumption of this, and we can look into that. Meals, we're producing a lot, and of course this is the big one. I mean, this changes a lot between one to the other, and you're going to want to find a recipe that suits you easily. Honestly, it's the only one that increases by such a significant amount. I'm sure they're dialing this in right now, because this is just barely anything for a change. So is this. This is, I mean, massively different, and it turns into a real juggling thing. Alright, so production based upon jobs. So for example, meals, I have a person who is foraging, so they're going to be gaining things that can technically count as food. I believe I also have a person who is assigned to here. Hunter's cabin, yeah, they're getting things, but interesting that we have so much production for food, but I really don't see how they can be at 586. And I don't get a readout for that. Let's see here, we'll go here and see what we're at. We're gaining this much. You can see here you can check off the things that can serve you. It's interesting where this is production per day, this is how much is in storage, and then it tells you the needs income. This is strange because this is where I'm gaining the stuff that'll feed my people. And this is what counts as my production per day. And then rice. Oh, okay. So that's the default. That's why it's telling me to gain this. I find it interesting that I see a 45. I see... yeah. No gains on that one. No. That means that I must have misread what it was saying before. So I thought that when I was looking here, that would give me nothing for things. So, let's see here. Play. I think... yeah, we'll look into these a bit. Let's finish up this building. I'll be back with you after I fast forward to get this building set up, and let's go from there. Realized I needed to do a quick thing, so I wanted to show you. Building one of these drying racks is really important. As early as you can get away with. When you go to farming, you go down to here, drying rack, you just need bamboo and grasses. It's really helpful because you're going to end up needing straw for a number of things, or you're going to want straw for a number of things. Not the least of which is your beverage storage area, of course. So definitely recommend getting one of those constructed as soon as you can get away with it. There we go. And now we are in the Dynasty storage for bevies, and now we can finally access such a thing. So by doing that, we now have another need easily supplyable, even though obviously it works anyway because of how the general storage is now, which is very handy. Alrighty. With that, we'll take some more straw, get that going, and the problem we ran into, and then we'll go take care of our steel pickaxe issue, which will be definitely next step. The problem I ran into, let's see if I have that problem occur right here and right now. The wolves in this area, which do spawn in naturally here, this is one of those zones. The wolves in this area turned into huge, like just multiplicative. I had one wolf show up with a 3-star rating, which means it's tougher than a standard, and attack me, and I was able to take that one out, but it got a little dicey. And, oh, here, now you can hear it. And then I discovered there was another one, and then there was another one, and then there was another one, and then there was just all manner of them everywhere. And so I'm sitting here trying to make that farming video and turn this area into just like a farming demonstration and a calculation base area, and every time I'm walking around, I'm getting mauled by wolves. So I have to turn on infinite health and infinite stamina just to survive. Here we are. See how we're going here? So this is making this area turn a little less than viable because it turns into me having to deal with wolves all the time, and if I'm not paying attention, I'm getting mauled. So we're going to see about how this location pans out, because right now it is not feeling like I want to continue building this area if it's just going to turn into me having to run from wolves constantly. Right, as far as maintenance is concerned, you'll notice that planks themselves give maintenance, and it's different for each type of plank, obviously. So standard planks are going to be 4, and that would be coniferous and our deciduous. Premiums are doing better. Fruit is the best, but honestly, I mean, you can easily get access to fruit logs, but of course, with your production, you aren't going to produce at the same rate, right? So if I'm this person, I'm just having them meet needs. Premium conifer, let's say we go for fruit. So we're going to get 2 less, but a maintenance of 10, which is actually 2 more. That's not actually that bad. That being the case, I think we will stick with making that, because it is going to give us much more access to the needs we have. Alright, y'all. What was the thing I need to do? We need to go take care of those pickaxes, right? Alright, so with Iwasaki, let's go there. Alright, now what I discovered was that now that the seasons have changed, see, I can buy one now finally. So by doing so, I can buy one, I can sell it, but obviously there's no point. I do want to make sure that we have this and just can move on, right? There are other things that give maintenance, which this is pretty darn handy. Chiseled stone actually is really high rating for maintenance. So I tend to like that one. Maintenance of 10, which is easy to get. This is the same as a single plank of fruit wood, which great. But this is equivalent to 2 planks and a remainder 2, which is pretty darn awesome. You do, of course, need 2 stones for this, so that turns into a little bit of a pain. But your villagers can gather those things. I do believe I'll need more steel, and I don't have access to building or making my own steel at this time, so we will deal with this. Alright, now I do also have, and I know I said I was going to add a thing to a video and show that, and we'll do that one in a future one about locations of things to nab from different treasure chests. I think that'll be fun to do, and we'll definitely get some more of those things going. There are definitely some places where you can snag some cool things. Alright, steel pickaxes we shall make, and hopefully not get mauled. Alright, let's do this. So as far as steel, we need plank, leather. Planks and leather. Well, that's easy enough. Always better not using up your good planks on such a thing, since your good planks are actually going to go towards maintenance, perhaps. I like to use up the garbage I've got on hand. And what else did we need? We need leather. I say that with a little bit of disdain because I know I just don't have. Oh wait. Just don't have access to a lot of leather right now. Of course, I have all these wolves around me, so yeah, that's a definite thing that we can take advantage of and perhaps get our leather population up through that. I thought I already finished these. That's puzzling. Interesting. Okay, so we have the leather. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm just forgetful. It's been longer than I thought. Alright, let's build those pickaxes, but I can't leave this undone. It feels a little sad to have that not done. Okay. Oh, and I apologize for a lot of the jumping around between these sessions, right? I mean, it's been a pinch of time. Perfect. The only thing left we need is steel, and I know I also bought some more steel here. There we go. And let's get those pickaxes done. I'm looking forward to us having this done. And it might, you know, what might be worthwhile. Make one for me. One for the captain too. Let's go for that. There we go. Now we can drop all this stuff in here. And ooh, you know what? Honestly, when you do this, please do note, like, that is a need, right? Leather counts as a need. Now, I don't ever want my villagers using that, so I unchecked it. So I won't immediately get notified when suddenly we have needs for luxury. I want it off. Like, I don't want them consuming that. I don't care about ice. We'll get tons of ice, and that's how we'll solve the luxury issue. And I think that's going to be the go-to tip for everything, or as they say, that will be the meta for all of the maintenance until they do something about it. Look at all the shovels we have now, too. We can now turn in all of the quests that we need to get done, and let's do that. So, Right now, we're doing these quests a pinch out of order. I want to do these out of order because I don't want to... I want to be able to do the Onibaba quest later after making this village look pretty cool. That's the goal. So, hey, on. Come on, man. Here's the tools you asked for, and... oop, that was it. Let's... go ahead. You find your sweetheart this time around. I'm happy for you, man. Now, I have wolves in my village, so let's do that. The needs... obviously, the needs on this is kind of slick, right? Look at that. Villager needs 350. It's so much. Okay. It's interesting. I'm bandit. Wow, that's a lot of needs there. Okay, cool. It's impressive how much there is going on there, I think. I'm curious what they'll do with balancing that one out. Okay. Well, we did just take care of our quest, and that's fantastic. Let's do this. And we can finish this one up too, since we are already in a good spot to do so. And as you're completing these quests, a lot of these you can solve by buying things out, and I definitely suggest that you do that with the seashell trick. It works really well. And then as far as making money later on is concerned, as soon as you can get simple katanas, it's done. You will have all the money in the world. I have what you ask for. Of course. Yes. Let's go. You got it. Booze them, then. Please booze them. Meanwhile, dude shows up dressed as an Ashigaru. Yeah. Need some better armor, yo. Yes. Do they always look like this? And then we gotta confront this man. I tend to like to confront him directly and just be like, what's up with you, man? Oh, aren't you the guy I'm supposed to talk to? Oh, wrong one. Oh, yeah, you have an argument. Confront publicly. Good. An Ari, yo. Why not? Big fan of the foxes. Hey, we did it, and now we are set. Alright, it's time to sacrifice to an Ari, although we don't actually have anything we have to do with that, so we're good. And, the herbs trader? Yes, she does actually have it. We're good. We need the anesthetic, which, for me, I don't remember the color of it. And it's purple, it turns out. Oh, dear. Now I'm gonna have to sell some things to get there. Well, you can't afford it. Well, I can't afford your stuff. So now we're stuck in a weird spot, aren't we? Oh, you can't afford it yet? Well, here, buy some sake. Yeah, you go for it. And then I can buy one more. So close. Yeah, okay. I'm here for finishing this quest. That's where we're at. Oh, still not killing me, yo. Alrighty, let's get through. And just need you to buy this. I need you to be at 900, don't I? Let me just buy a few things and have it. What do I want? Villager needs health. Spend 100 on these? Sure, why not? And now I have a recipe unlock. Oh, gee. And I don't have enough to get you set, so... Sticks. Buy my sticks. Darn it. I'm not going to actually get there. I can't get there because I just don't have any money. Alright, no. I don't want to talk to you, man. There you go. Alright, what do you got for money? 550. Oh, people, what's up with you? That's a guy I need. Okay. Sell you my clothes so that we can take care of this. I can make it later. Who cares? Boom. Just one. Thanks. Thanks for all the stuff. A lot of missteps. Pain meds. Yo. Good to go. I am very happy that they fixed the fact that this doesn't forward you a day. Because I definitely did a playthrough on a previous update where every time you did one of these quests where it's like, okay, we'll meet in the nighttime, or okay, we'll meet later for this, the hunting quest, this quest, as a day passes in a quest, it forwarded you a day. So I would have my villagers just, they would just be sitting here consuming all of the things and completing work, and I wouldn't even know what was going on because there were so many days that were passing. It was really funny. Alright, sip of coffee later and we're good to go. That's it. We've done it. Now we have to go talk to our person and wrap this thing up. Right now, to me, the biggest concern I have with gathering resources in the game is leather. And it comes down to you need so much fur. And I need leather constantly churning. So for me, I want that to be... I think I'd like it if they didn't have so much of a cost on building those seed bags. Right now, 4 leather is, in the early part of the game, 4 leather is a lot. It's quite a bit to get, in the sense that you're going to wait a while on getting those resources. You still have to have gotten to the tanning vat, which is, you know, not the earliest thing that you get. It's easy enough to get, but it's not the easiest thing to get at. And then you have a lot of hunting to do just to get at it. It's very doable, but I just think it is not. I think that it is just a lot, right? 4 leather is quite a bit. I mean, I can make a steel pickaxe with a single leather, but I can't make a seed bag until 4. Right? And those, it just feels like that's a rather high cost, right? Like that is quite significant in comparison to what else I can use leather for. And given the fact that all it's doing is allowing you to farm, it just doesn't seem like it needs to be that expensive of a cost. Alright, this thing is going to get all the way across the river before we get at it. Oh, I thought that was a direct hit. There we go. Might see if I can get both of these to end up on the other side. There we go. I didn't have the garlic bag yet. We'll get that unlocked real quick. Just so we can make it. And we have another deer that I can push across the river. There we go. We're going to try to make them all go... Ooh, I was hoping you'd go this way, friend. Oh, dang it. Let's see if it gets stuck on the rock wall over here. That would be super convenient. There we go. Ooh. Got maneuvers. Oh, are we out of arrows? No, we're not. Oh, man. It's a crack shot here. Ooh, that's a really rough glare right now. I'm going to try all the shots. No good. No hits. No nothing. Interesting. There we go. Feels like the clicking is a little off now. Alright, you are just so far away now, and I cannot get these shots to do any good. Huh. You know what? Huh, interesting. You gonna go your boat, man? There we go. Bazaar. Alright, let's get this guy. Uh-oh, do I not have a knife? There we go. That's fun. Oh, good. I think I'm definitely going to shoot more into the water then. If they're going to sit here and be above the water, then that's going to work out better for me. It's easier to see. Alright, we're getting fur and fat, and that's good. Need to get more of the fur, obviously, to make our leather. And we do... Oh yeah, that's right. We have another person we got to set in. You need to go somewhere. Do I have another home for you? Of course I do, Okome. We'll get you there temporarily. And look at that. Now we officially have access to our... Oh, look at that. We finally have access to the furnace. Good show. With that, we'll go build it. Because, you know, that's kind of the thing I want. I want more steel. I don't want to have to buy the steel to sell it. And then we can start doing our money-making grab. I'll be curious what they do with maintenance over time. Just because maintenance right now feels kind of like a jumble. And it's obviously not implemented either, so it's not something you have to worry about. But it just feels like a bit of a jumble at this time. Oh man, I am a crack shot. Oh, I'm doomed in this world, man. Ooh, look at that. He keeps putting his bow back. And then I have to redo his setup. Interesting. Seems like he kind of undraws the bow. It's kind of bizarre. Anyway, workable stuff. Things that'll be fixed in time, I'm sure. Alright. Lots and lots of things. The arrows are an issue, and that definitely is a part of why I'm having them gather feathers right now, because it's going to take me a while to get those things. Now, these are vegetables, and you can know that. I'll show you real quick where that's at. Let's gather these beasts. So when you go into foods, you can see what it says. Oh, villager needs. There it is. There's a symbol for it, and it tells you what it's at. Consumable herb, meat, resource, consumable. It's not really worth it. And then vegetable. So when you're making meals, it's handy to see that. You can also get beans, which there are soybeans up on the hill over here. I'll show you so we can see what that's about. And I have kind of found that the beans are a good go-to for meals. One of the meals is super simple. It's like beans and it's either koji mold or something else really simple. And that's super helpful. Why am I gathering all these vegetables? That's a very good question. Partly to see if I already unlocked the schematics, and partly just because I'm here. And it's just how I work. It's easier to buy them. No question. Wow. That was a very quick series of chugs that led to that move there. Alrighty, let's get across here. So, and again, thanks for your patience in waiting for this episode to come out. I was having a series of really unfortunate issues show up, where at one point I was trying to do things and it had a crash and it just froze, and so I had to start back over, and the autosave was a long ways away from where I did all that work. And then the next time I was completely destroyed by wolves. And it was just so frustrating. So I was like, hey, dang it, I'll come back to this in a bit. So here's canola. Now that I have canola, which is handy, we have unlocked a recipe, which, by the way, one of the big tips I'll give you is just gather all the things. If you're running around, just gather all the things. Why not? It's going to unlock a lot of random things for you. And that's kind of handy. So then you can start making more things and exploring what you can do with it, right? Where this is allowing you to kind of explore some of the mechanics of the game as we go. Obviously, I should have a kama, and I don't, and that was silly that I didn't make one ahead of time, because I remember the moment earlier on when I was in the village, and I was thinking, I should talk about how you make a kama, and make it, and then come back out here later with it, and do it. Oh well. We'll gather a bit of this stuff. And then there's a little bit of a trick, which is kind of handy for if you're getting frustrated about some of your unlocks for certain things. Just like, build one, build one, build one, build one, build one type thing. Helps a lot. I believe we're also in a position where we need to get Ryujin taken care of, the temple. And I need chiseled stone for that. So that's the next kind of go-to thing to do. And as much as it's kind of not the most exciting thing to do to gather all this stuff, it still gets us something fun. Oh, there we go. Let's gather some sticks. Our village is not far away from here, but the fast travel is certainly closer. I'll see you there. Alright, to make the Tatara, we're going to go into furniture, and then we're going to go with dynasty building. And then we got to find our smithy, and then we just need to find the Tatara. Then we need a spot for it. I tend to just put it right over here. And it works pretty well. So, we'll get it all set up. It does take a lot of resources. Well, I mean 40. It's 20 clay, 20 stone. Not too bad. And then as soon as you have it, obviously, then you can use your charcoal and iron to make steel. Now, you can make a charcoal kiln inside of a smithy. However, my recommendation is you go to village structures and just make a charcoal kiln with one of these. And that then you can place it somewhere in your village. Thanks, pal. You can place it anywhere you want in your village. And then I think that works out. It's just nicer not to spend the space inside of the smithy. And the constant battle of having to rebuild hammers. I am so close to not having to deal with that right now. It's so good. Oh, and that's the sound of having wolves directly on top of us. I need more arrows. And I need a weapon. There we are. Now all you have to do is chuck in some... That's a bit of a problem right now. Where are we at? Oh, shoot. I need you to move because I don't actually know what my button is for my weapon. I haven't actually had to... Oh, shoot. And I pulled out the shovel. See, that's the problem with not remembering your hotbars. So obviously when you die, you get sent back to here, and it's whatever house you're assigned to, I believe. And now... Okay. Where's my hotbar at? It's number 5. Okay, my bad. Should definitely know your weapon shortcuts. Now, it does look like the Ashigaru armor basically did nothing. So we're going to spam poke this thing while it's talking, because that helps a lot. Alright, and there we go. Now we get some more food out of the deal, which is fantastic. Yay. So again, that is precisely the issue I was telling you all about. The whole problem I'm having right now, which is the wolves are on top of this area constantly, and it is super frustrating. So it may end up jeopardizing this area as far as using this, right? Like, I don't know if that's going to be a thing I want to keep doing. So we'll add the coal and charcoal. Since I already have some on hand, we definitely want to do that. So let's do that. And then I do want to make sure we get through some of this stuff. I'm going to do a little bit of work on the side here, and then I'll come back and see you all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just get some maintenance done. I want to get bark. I'm doing how-to stuff. I should show y'all. My apologies. Hold on. Let's do this. So just as a quick, if you're in any at all struggle, make sure that, like for example, I know I'm going to end up doing fruit logs here for maintenance, right? Let's do that. So first off, let's craft. We'll go to planks, and we want to debark them. So let's debark them. Wait. Helps to click on the right spot. You want to do debarked logs, and we'll do debarked fruit logs. So I do want to make sure I have bark on hand. You use bark in the tanning vat to make more leather. Leather is a slow building thing. So when we have bark, we have 30 bark. That's not bad. Let's make some planks. Remember, always using this workstation to make planks, firewood, bark. This is the best way to go because it gives you the most resources you could have. There we go, and that's going to put us at a very nice place for our planks. Going into the general storage is not as helpful. And obviously we're doing this because the maintenance level is 9 on this. Premium is at only 6. And honestly, I prefer the premium as a building resource for my homes. With that too, keep in mind that it doesn't matter which type of bark you get from your logs. So it could be premium, it could be standard, it won't matter. Just know that when you get the bark, it's going to come out as 3 every single time, except when it's the paper logs, which should be our premium, which should be our paper logs, which turns into premium deciduous. So when you take the bark off of your paper trees, then you're going to get the bark that's specific for paper. There we go. Now we have a ton of useful stuff. I think it's time for us to make a series of planks. I'll see you on the other side of this fast forward, and I'll meet you back at the tanning vat. Do keep in mind that before I go to the tanning vat, I'm going to have to go get water. So I'm going to go get water out of the beverage storage and then bring it with to there. It takes a lot of water. Okay, here we are, back on this, and then I'm going to hold down E. It adds all of my stuff. I've got my water, and you notice that I'm not maxed out. And the thing that I wasn't able to max out is going to be... bark? No. Water? No. Oh, he'd already used the first bit, that's why. So I think I can add back up now. I'll take that. Now we have some leather, and you can hear another wolf nearby. And then what I'm going to decide on is I'm going to decide to build more of these. Because tanning vats are kind of the thing. I want to have 2 of these going simply because I think it'll go a little easier for me in my rotating of things. I am also going to build another storage, and I'm going to specifically put in some of my beverage storages. And the reason for this, of course, is that I want easy access to these resources. There we go. So now, whenever I want to get or drop in water, I am right here. I am set to go. So then I can just drop things in, and then if I have too much, I can just hold down E, and it puts all my water back away. Go to the log storage, and I don't need any of these things. Well, I'm going to do the clicks for that one. The planks I'm going to keep on hand because it's time to build more. Alright, where are we at? It's time to make those arrows because I have a collection of wolves to deal with. Perhaps? Maybe not. That's a win. Alright, so we've just finished that up. We finished this. I do believe that we're in a pretty good spot for moving forward. Simple katana, 5 steel, and 2 leather. Perhaps that's not the go-to. Let's see here. Masterwork axes are so worth it. Matter of fact, at some point, this is what I want to do next. I think it's worth it. And the reason for it is, of course, in one of my tips before, too, was this idea that you just skip the whole middle level, skip your whole middle level tools, because they are just absolutely not worthwhile. Once you get to Masterwork, you just build Masterwork, that is it. So this will take care of my hammering for basically ever. So I'm set for now. Oops. Forgot to remove that from the hotbar. Let's go there. Oh, and it won't let me actually put this in here? Oh, I'm silly. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong spot. There we go. Iron axes are for my workers. Next thing I'm going to do is, let's give ourselves a master axe. Darn wolves, man. I tell you what, it's a problem. Oh, what a hoot. I'm going to get me a masterwork axe because I'm done. I am done dealing with that. Oh, and here we go. Now, let's see here. I'm going to hopefully buy myself an extra attack or two. There we go. Spamming the poke button. And by all means, I definitely recommend that when a wolf comes at you, you spam the poke as well. Now, I could have myself a katana to defend myself with. And at this point, I mean, I'm complaining about the whole idea about, oh, it takes so much steel to make a katana. But I mean, it's not like I'm not going to have steel. We're going to have steel. And at the cost we're talking about here, it's not bad, is it? You only sell for 400, you sell for 400, you sell for 200. None of these things sells for any money that's worth talking about. But katanas do. So, when we make a simple katana, which, by the way, first off, you get some unlocks. 800 is a much better value, is it though? Yeah, because unfortunately, that axe, I believe, took quite a bit, did it not? We're talking about 3 steel for this as well. It's equivalent. So the katana is absolutely the way to go. I do need to get a chisel at some point, and we'll have to do that, yes. This is only 1 leather, 1 steel. I'd be curious to see what this is like. Let's do that. I haven't actually looked at this one quite yet. And it wouldn't be bad for me to have a better pokey. Alright, let's try you out. How are you for selling? Not the best. That's okay though. It's better for us to have equipped. And should we equip this katana? I mean, it's a katana. Why would I not? Now, I used to have this iron axe on me just for my gathering because I need to chop down the bamboo over here, you know. And I am going to definitely stick with having that. Now, as far as defending yourself is concerned, the katana is, by all means, a much more effective weapon. And you can, with your spamming hits, they do massive amounts of damage. And it obviously isn't as big a deal to have the enemy close to you because at that point, you are just hitting them so fast that they aren't going to be able to stop you. I still happen to prefer having the spear, just because you get 1 hit from a greater distance. Oh, interesting. Are you telling me I can't actually swing with this beast? Interesting. There we go. We'll attack with that one. We'll switch back. There we go. Not sure why, but I just couldn't actually attack with it. There we go. Spam that poke. Now, since my people make excessive amounts of firewood, we're going to get our charcoal kiln up and running. Oh, only 25 per stack. Perfect. That might be a great reasoning to have you think about building 2 of those at a time. Alright, y'all. That's not bad. We're in a pretty good spot. This maintenance is going to be a good space for us. That's not bad at all. I can't make chiseled stone yet because we don't have a workstation. The mining station is obviously the next go-to place to do. And from there, I think we will have a good setup. Unfortunately, the mining station is going to be going over here, which is my wolf heavy and wolf happy area. So that's kind of a bummer, but it's what it is. Let's get our production up and let's do mining post. And obviously you don't actually have to build the mining post anywhere near anything that's mineable. So don't worry about any of that. It's kind of like a, I don't know if they're going to implement that later where you have no choice but to put it in a place where it can gather the actual factual resource. But for now, it's still no consequences mode. So do your thing, y'all. There we go. Sorry, I'm laughing because I have another wolf on me and my character got stuck trying to jump over stuff. It was hilarious. Alright, so from there we've built this. I do very much recommend that you always put in a general storage. I don't think they've updated all of the buildings quite yet where eventually you'll just be able to do this, right? Where it'll just automatically be a part of things because it's just you're going to need the general storage at all times. I mean, this is where you get your stone to make chiseled stone, right? So you might as well have it here so that you can immediately go here. But I need a chisel, obviously, so we're going to go manufacture that one. So let's go manufacture that. And when we're done with that, we will have all of the unlocks we need. And all of the reason for this, of course, is number one, maintenance, but number two, we have a quest to finish. I managed to not have enough sticks. Nice. That's how you do it. Are you joking? Go. There we go. Thought I clicked that. Didn't click that. Done. Now we can actually make chiseled stone. And we can also finish up our duty here. Oh, I shouldn't have out that hammer because it's going to tell me that I'm doing things. There we go. Chiseled stone 2 per, but obviously that is pretty handy. Now, every time you can build a thing, honestly, as soon as you are able to just build a thing, I recommend just build one of them. So in this example, I'm building 20 of them because I know that I'm going to need all these chiseled stones for the temple completion, so I'm just going for it. I've obviously bought a bunch of them too, so I can deal with that later. But it unlocks a bunch of stuff. For example, we also unlocked, what was it? As soon as I built the Kama, we were able to get some village structures, these training dummies, right? So we can make one of them, right? And then we can, maybe we'll put it out here and imagine that we have a little practice area, right? I will still need some bamboo. And when we do that, I'll show you the kind of trick to getting through a lot of these unlocks, which is, it's not much of a trick as much as it is a just be aware. Once I build the first thing, it just opened up the second thing for me, right? Cool. Well, look at the requirement and then just build it so you don't have to think about it later. It says full tatami training pal. Good. Let's do it. So now, there you go. And now I have all of the unlocks for this area, right? Next thing I'd think about would be lighting. So you'll notice I have, oh, all these things are locked. Man, what are you talking about? But this says that if I just build the small lampstand, I can build it. And if this says I build a medium, cool. If this says I build a large, well, done. Right. And that's how we're going to take care of this, is essentially you just build the thing. And then you get the next one already there for you. And you can build it and then just move on. There you go, lampstand. And if I don't like it, I just get rid of it. And then let's say I actually want to have taller things. Medium lampstand? No, I'm not satisfied. That's not tall enough. That's okay. Let's just get rid of this guy. And then let's say, now we've gotten the medium. We'll do tall. And tall's, I mean, it's tall, but it's not the tallest. So, you know, let's go to the next one, right? And then here we go. Ooh, very tall. Now this one I like, so we're going to go ahead and place this one. And I want to have our bell well marked, right? So maybe we'll put it right here. This could be good. So when I finish building the very tall lamp, you'll sit there and you'll say, well, how do I add my lamp though? What you do, make sure you get out your lamp. So get out some paper lamps, toss them in your inventory. And when you go to lighting, you're actually going to go into your village lighting source. And then you're going to have to tell, oh, sorry, that was the wrong spot. And I definitely do that. There we go. It's under decorations. Apologies. And you go light sources. Now, I happen to very much love the oval one. I think that was right? Yes, that's my favorite. And now that I've selected this as a decoration, click, done. Now I've got my actual lantern set up. So, maybe, I know that was not intuitive immediately for me, so I expected to find it under lighting. Like I went here and I was like, you're not going to tell me how to just add this thing, or I expected that if it was in my inventory I could put it there. But as you go to decorations, then you can start adding some things. And this is where you handle all of the decorations. And honestly, the wooden weapon racks is a lot of fun. And while decorations you can do a lot of stuff with. Obviously you have to purchase them, but it's not much. Alright y'all, with that, I did say that I was going to look up some recipes with y'all and say here's some of my go-tos for the ease of maintenance, just so that we have that set up. And again, if you didn't see the last video, or if you don't recall, make sure you have one cooking hearth that has a cooking pot in it. And the cooking pot is very easy to make. It just takes 6 iron, so you should be able to get on that right away. So the go-to recipes I found that were handy, where was it? Soybeans and koji mold is not bad. You could buy this for pretty much nothing. And solid meals give you more than simple meals do, so that's why this one is better. You can easily buy soybeans from the merchants in Aratani, and I find that that goes a long way. And koji mold is nothing. Super easy to get at. This works kind of well. It is not bad. Let's see here. The solid vegetable meal, again, I'm already here again. Oops. I don't have a fishing setup here, but the solid meal is definitely the one to go with. This one's going to require easy access with rice, and herbs is a little costly. The raw fish, not bad. I tend to go for this one a lot. Now, in a bean means canola, by the way. Canola counts as a bean. So for this one, I tend to make this one a bunch because it's the easiest one that I have access to. So I gathered up a bunch of canola. As my son says, yanola. And there we are, 93 of them. I think we're good. We'll need 93 of that, we'll need meat, and we'll need eggs. And we are just sitting pretty on all of that, so that's not bad. When we do this, it's going to be convenient in the sense that I can get more canola and buy it for fairly cheap. You can also make canola into oil, which is fine. But this will allow me to make 15 meals, and this should handle us for quite a while. Keeping in mind that simple is going to give you only so much, solid gives you much more, and excellent gives you more, but honestly, the cost difference between them is something I'm looking into, so I'll let you know about that in time. If you notice that your character is saying, hey, I can't carry more, remember it just goes straight down underneath you, that's all it does. I'll head back and get those in a moment. Now, what do we get for solid meals? 50, and that's doing much better than that, so... And it's not bad considering the fact that we still have plenty of soybeans left. Well, no, that's not true. I don't have tons of soybeans left. But it's allowing me to make use of all these eggs and things like that. But I think canola... Oh, sorry, I said soybeans, but I meant to say canola. My apologies. I still have plenty of this left over. If you want to know what the thing is that you're looking at food-wise, please just click on it. You'll notice there's an icon for it. For example, this is an herb. You see the icon for it and the name for it there. Wasabi is also considered an herb. Leeks are vegetables, and no, it's cereal. And then gobo counts as a vegetable, which is really convenient, and so does taro. So, and most of them are fairly intuitive, and I'm sure that y'all probably noticed that earlier, but I just wanted to make sure I pointed it out, so we had it there. Cooked rice, by the way, you might notice that this is really not bad, honestly. When you look at that, that's 40 compared to 50. Hold up. I'm going to go ahead and say hold the phone here, because I might have just discovered the go-to that I'm going to use, because that's really, really convenient. So let's go here and see a cooked rice. 10 to 1 with water. Yes, I can do water. I mean, are you kidding me? So 10 to 1 on water. Ooh, well, we'll get through a lot of this. We still have some more meals here. And by the way, feeding your character, yeah, honestly, your character can eat anything. And I make my character eat whatever I don't care about and just get that food bar back up because it doesn't seem to be the same as what you do for the villagers. So I take it back. Cooked rice is the way I'm going to go. It's only 10 difference and all I have to do is have rice and I can grow tons of rice. We have so much rice right now. I think cooked rice is going to be my meta for this one, for the first bit of this game anyway. It's just too convenient and too easy, and it's only 2 ingredients, and water is basically free. All you have to do is build buckets, and buckets are built with planks and sticks at your workshop. So that's pretty nice. Y'all, well, with that, there we go. That's going to be a really convenient meal. I believe we're going to be set on meals for a while. Now, I did the whole complaining about the, holy cow, the food goes up by a long way, and I just pressed N to get here, by the way, for all the keystrokes I keep doing. So, my meal storage is 4,000. I mean, it is a big jump, right? Like, I honestly think it might be worthwhile for the beverages to jump up by the same amount, right? Like, it's not hard to get this. It's really not hard to get this. And heating-wise, that one doesn't need to jump much, I don't think, because it's kind of just a pain in the butt. It's just busy work at that point, and it could be fine to do that. I mean, I have 2,000, and I'm producing 640, and I'm gaining logs constantly, so it's not a huge thing. Maintenance, I really think that, honestly, I do like the tip with the fruit logs, the fruit planks. I mean, right now, items in storage, we have 540 as far as needs are concerned. Let's see here, if I allow... We have no chiseled stone. Oh, they must have used all of the chiseled stone. My goodness, those people, those greedy people. It's the first one on the list. I bet you it goes in order. Let's check this. So needs, now let's check maintenance. Chiseled stone is 440. I bet you they used this first, but I had it unchecked. Did I though? Did I use all the chiseled stone? What would I have used it on? Interesting. Clay obviously counts decently well, but of course it's not the best. But you can kind of see what the multiplier looks at. So if I take this number and look to see how it goes from here, you can see that I'm getting 10 times as much out of this. The planks are giving me, yeah, that's 9 times, right? So that's good. The planks here look like they're giving me 10 times. But it didn't say that. It said 9 times in the icon. Okay. No. I'm looking at those numbers wrong. That's not 9 times at all. Not even close. It's 6 times. Thanks, brain. Straw gives you diddly poo. Oh well. This I feel like is going to be the go-to. I mean, keep in mind that if I had 10 times as much chiseled stone right now, I would have 200, and then I would have 10 times this is 4,400. That's a lot, and that's definitely killing it compared to clay. Now, as far as planks are concerned, I would have to have, oh man, 4 times as much of this. 4 times as much of this is going to put us at 2,000. That's not bad. 2,000 and, oh man, 2,160 is it? Me trying to do math. Listen to me trying to do maths. Anyway, it's not bad. I just do think that chiseled stone goes a long way. The only problem is, of course, chiseled stone requires 2 stone per. But, I mean, when you have workers who can do the things for you, I mean, here, let's make somebody make chiseled stone. I have no stones? Do you tell me I have no stones? Tell me I have no stones, and I will tell you that I can. So I'll go gather up a bunch of stone. That's going to give me 16 per season. Fantastic. That's not bad. And I'll be set. I'll need 32 stone per, and that's going to be easy to get. So I think that might be my go-to. Alright, y'all. Thanks for joining me in this episode today. Sorry for the delay getting here. Obviously had a lot of entertaining fun with the wolves, and now I say that and it's not quite what I dealt with before. I wish it would have been a recording, because it was wolf after 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 wolf. It was just ridiculous. It was like I'd turn around and there'd be a wolf eating my face, and then I'd turn around the other way and there's a wolf eating my foot, and I turn around the other way and like, duh, there's another wolf again. There's just wolves everywhere. Oh well. I'm gonna make those chisels and we'll get those things set up. Take care until next time, y'all. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.